Praise the Lord, everyone. This is John Price coming at you. We hope you're enjoying your wonderful day. Hope you had a great holiday season this past weekend, and we trust that all is well. Philippians 4 and 8 says, from the New International Version, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. As the artist or the musician, the minister of music, music director, whatever title that you carry as a service unto the Lord, we must take that as a thing that we should think about. If it's true, whatever is noble, right, pure, lovely, and admirable, excellent and praiseworthy. The music is praiseworthy. What is the story that it's telling? What is the lyrics lovely? Is it being admirable to the Lord? Where it's making us worship God vertically and horizontally. I just wanted to start off an introduction with that. But today's a great day. I have an opportunity to make a video. I wanted to start out with that verse. That's something that I have been studying with something in class. So just wanted to share that verse. Think on these things, positive things, because sometimes we as musicians, we get discouraged if we don't have a full band, or if we don't have the best choir, or we are not making the great tracks. But today I'm going to bring some things to your attention that might be a blessing to you. It's a few things that I want to give you a couple of nuggets with, something that you could take home with you, and you can check it out. Some things that I use as a musician, some things that I do in my development process. And everything that you do, you must pray, have a vision, and then also speak with your pastor, those that are senior leadership, to see if it's okay to do. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the big question that I always get about music. And, you know, John, your setup, man, you got all this stuff going on, and blah, blah, blah. I don't consider myself a virtuoso musician. I just consider myself a musician that does what's required, and then let the Lord do the rest. Okay, so I want to take you to a couple of things that's going to help you in your music ministry, to branch out. Some websites that I want to show you, some things that I do. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is hardware and music that we use. Hardware, music equipment. A lot of people rave about the new Korg Kronos, the new Motif, the white Motif, all those different things that cost a lot of money. If you would be surprised that 3 years ago, or no, it was maybe 4 years ago, I had access to a Motif Classic, access to a Roland XP80, access to Alesis QS 8.2, access to all the different modules from Roland to Korg Triton rack to Yamaha Motif rack. I had a Hammond B3 organ. I had so much equipment, and I always thought that I would always need all that equipment. Circumstances happened where I had to get rid of some of it, and I started building a family. And actually, a few years back, 3 years ago, I was inspired to go to a church service, and in Chesapeake, Virginia, a church by the name of the Mount Lebanon Baptist Church, where the pastor is Bishop Kim Brown, and met up with their music director at the time. I think he's still there, my man B.J. Brown. And when I was there, he had main stage running, sound, stems, everything. I mean, it sounded amazing. And they are a large ministry. But I was inspired because he told me you can do the same thing at your church. So I did a lot of research, checking out things, and I was one of those type of people that said I would always use Yamaha, I would always use Korg Triton, I would have my layers, 10 keyboards, and things like this. But I want to show you some things today that's going to blow your mind. Been inspired by a lot of people on the web, Facebook. Shout out to all the guys that when I send you a message, you talk. You actually pick up the phone and call, or I leave your voicemail, you send me your cell phone. I'm going to stop right there to let everyone know there are musicians out there that are willing to help you, and that will reach out, that will talk to you, provide you with information that will be a blessing to you. All musicians are not trying to get a check. All musicians are not trying to hustle the pastor and the preacher. all musicians do not have a evil spirit, or they go to the clubs and play at the clubs all the time. There are great men out there, great women of God, that are musicians that have a heart for ministry, and that's our goal, is to make gospel musicians ministers. And so I want to show you a little bit of my setup. I don't know if I have the camera up front, and but I'm not sure if it's going to show. So I'm gonna change over here, and I'm gonna pull down here. I don't know if you see it. If you do, whatever. As you should see some of it, because I see the camera's pointing. But this keyboard right here is a Xeon Pro 61 key keyboard, and it is by who make this keyboard? M Audio. I was inspired by my man Kevin Conley. Shout out to him. This keyboard is basically it has everything that a Motif has. The only thing that it don't have is the sounds, and we're going to talk about that more. It has aftertouch. It has your faders, where you can layer your sounds. It has things you do for your sequencing. It has knobs where you can do manipulation of the sounds. I mean, it's amazing. You have some things right here where you can do your drum pads. I typically have a larger setup than this. I normally would have either the Motif XF or the Kronos that's at the church. I run that, and I also use the Muse Research Receptor Quattro. But tonight, I have this keyboard. And as you can hear, I have a sound coming through here. I have my layers. I have the infamous Power Grand, Dark Grand. Have the MKS. Piano 8. Check out Pretty Simple Music for this. Also, I have Omnisphere. I love Omnisphere. I haven't even went through all the sounds on Omnisphere. Okay, and then also I have the Hugo Brass, or Hugo Bass, layered with Profi and some strings off of MK Sensation. You know, so I lay all that together. Yes, that's all coming out of my computer that I'm actually recording this session with. It's in MainStage. The sounds are running through some through Kontakt and some through the EXS24 synth engine. You have, all I did tonight when I set it up, I have one USB cable running into my computer. I have my headphones running into the computer output, and then I have a cheap sustain pedal that I got off eBay for what, $5-6. Shipping made it come up to about $12. This whole setup that I have right here in front of me, everything right here costs less than $200. Less than $200. Yes. I mean, and you can take this, and I mean, there's more that I can do. I'll give you more. And demo that more. But this is just an idea. And the computer that I have here that I'm talking through, I got this used off eBay. It was a 15-inch, 2011 quad-core computer, quad-core MacBook Pro. A guy was selling it. It was practically brand new. He used it for business or something. Got it for $500. These things retailed new at the time for almost $2,000. I purchased 16 gigs of RAM to add to it. That was less than $100. I got SSDs in both drives, the DVD drive and the hard drive. That was expensive. That ran a little bit under $1,000. I'm sorry, under $1,000. But it was very, the investment wasn't bad, considering I had, I sold my 13-inch. And so the money that I used for my 13-inch went towards this. And so, this whole setup is the price of a Motif, but powerful. I will say I would not get rid of my Motif XF. I will not get rid of the Church's Chronos. I will not get rid of any more hardware, the Hammond organs and things like that, because I think all of this stuff complements it. Um, but I wanted to talk a little bit about just just tools that you can use to enhance the worship experience at your church. Now with the increased emphasis on money and budgeting, and a lot of our rural churches, and not even just our rural churches but our city churches, we having budget and crunch time, and you can use a few tools to help grow your ministry. Now it's I mean, technology is just a blessing, because it used to be where we couldn't have access to this, but the Lord has made it available that we do. I'm going to show you a few things on the website before I go to just demoing some of those sounds, and bear with me because this is going to be a long video. The first website I'm going to take you to, starting all the way over here, is Fruition Music. Fruition Music was one of the first places that I found tracks for cheap. 99-cent tracks. It has basically all the gospel music worship songs. You can get all of this. For example, a lot of the stuff I use over, consistently, because personally with me, I like to keep singing some of the songs so the worship at the church can be kind of consistent, and people, a lot of times people want to hear the same song, so it's good to do that. But I try to throw in an extra new song to introduce to the church and stuff like that. But for worship, it's pretty much a lot of the same songs. Then I'll just throw in some new songs every now and again, because it's all about just getting the people to praise and then letting their heart get right to lead to worship. So here, I just shout out to my man Aaron Hill. He has performance tracks, gospel performance tracks. I click on that. Let's see. The website might not be working. Okay, see, it's like he has drums play along. So, for example, I have a drummer at my church. Shout out to my man George Taylor. He plays along with me, so I get the drum play along tracks. I'm clicking on all those, and basically he plays along with it there's no drums in it. And I teach the choir, the song based on these tracks. And I try to send them to George when I can't. Sometimes I don't send them, so forgive me, George. But, I send them to him so he can hear them. I also have a bass player. When I do have a bass player, Marcus, shout out to him. He plays along with it, even with the bass licks. And I just crank up the bass on the front of the house sound system, so that his bass is playing over top, because he learns the songs, a lot like the CD. So I don't have a problem with that. So this is a good site, a good tool that you can use. You can purchase these for 99 cents. You can actually run these in iTunes or your Android apps, whatever you have, iTunes or Apple apps, Android apps. You run those in and you can just play them. There's a cool tool, also an app that you can get called the Amazing Slowdowner. Just in case if you want to slow the song up or speed it up, it's an app online on iTunes, and I think you can get on your Android phones too. It's called Amazing Slowdowner. So you can take the click tracks or anything on here, slow it down. You don't need to get Ableton. You don't need to do all this other fancy stuff. You can just get this, and I've used it sometimes, but typically I do use Ableton. And then basically what you do when you're ready to run your tracks, you set them up. This will require you to prepare for your service. Be prepared. And I think your choir and your worship people and your people that work with you at the church will probably appreciate the fact that you have planned something throughout the week and have some music for them before you get there. So this shout out to my man Aaron Hill. Okay, so I'm just going down the line. Also, if you do read chord charts, which I do, as you can see, you see the chords at the top. I don't fluently read music, but this is a great asset for me. This is Set Me Free by Byron Butler. The website is www.musicnotes.com. They pretty much have anything from Christmas music, gospel music, anything that you need, it's on here. I enjoy going on here and trying to find something to learn how to read the music. Even some hard jazz stuff. I mean, they have brass strings, woodwinds, voice, guitar, piano. I normally try to get it that it have, ones that have the chord chart, because I can't read fluently and fast yet, but I will one day, God's willing. So that's a good website that I go to, musicnotes.com, for those musicians that read chord charts, or sometimes you don't know the song, or like I said, it has the key signatures. I use this along with YouTube. So I will play YouTube, pull up Set Me Free, and go through it and learn it. It cuts down on the learning time. So you don't have to stop and find the notes and go all like that, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, so I'm moving on, trying to be fast as I can here. Multitracks.com, I do have a subscription with this. It's $49 per month, but with $49 per month, you get about 250 points per month. So I haven't even used half of them, but I do for some songs. I'll get like we had a Christmas thing. That's the only reason why I got it, because it has some nice Christmas stuff on here. Like the Carol of Bells, it had that on there, and it has a lot of wonderful worship songs. And it has all the stems, choir background. It has a lot of Israel stuff on there. So this is awesome. And again, once again, you don't have to have a full band. You don't have everything. You can just play this, put this in, and work with it with your choir, and work with it with your team, and you'll be surprised how good how good things come out. All right, now this is from my man John Mike. Shout out to him. LoopCommunity.com. He partnered with them, and they have tons of new gospel music, such as Days of Elijah, I Can Only Imagine, the anthem. Everybody sings that song. I'm Not Forgotten, You Reign. We're going to do that for Homecoming. I'm going to get that, John. And what I'm going to do after I get that, I'm going to add the vocal stems to it to make it full, because on Homecoming, we have a lot of people that's going to be out due to a wedding. It's going to be full, and you're not going to even know that, that we are missing some people. You have Awesome, You're All My Strength. Look at all that. You can get all this music, put it in your computer, put it in your Amazing Slow Downer, or get the app that they offer here, and take your church into worship, and people will never know no difference. And you can also do stems with it. You can keep the stems running when the song is over. That's what I typically do. You can get you can do all that. So this is my man right here. C-Dub was like the first this is shout out to him, man, because when I found out he was doing these loops, man, I know I I'd probably get this dude probably $10 a week. And that, think about that, a lot of people. So this was a great innovative opportunity he did. He made loops for all the most recent gospel songs. Here it is. I mean, you could just go down it. I mean, he has praise melodies. Look at that. He has all the stuff, and he's basically giving it to us. It's a new season. I will be getting that, because our church will be singing that song soon. But it's just things like that. And then he has free stems. Look at that. Stay with God. Look at this. This guy, God bless you, man. I pray many blessings to you, because you've really been a blessing to the gospel community. Shout triggers, praise triggers, chord charts. I mean, anything you can imagine. He even tell you can call him and get custom stuff. And he has a CD out. Awesome. God bless you, man. I use him all the time. Going on. Oh, this is the man. This is the inventor of all the stuff that we've been doing. Jamal Hotwell. He has, sounds, T-shirts, things for your iPads, things for your iPhone, MIDI lessons. I mean, it's amazing. I can pull that up. This is some I got from Jamal. I hope it come up, but it may not, and I hope it don't. Yeah, see? Look at that. And you can stick the song, drag a song in here. I'm not going to do it right now because I haven't prayed for it, but look at that, how my chords. See the chords right there? This was very inexpensive, and you can actually make lessons. Amazing. Shout out to my man. God bless you. All right, and so the sounds that everyone just goes off about, the MK Sensation, he's the man. He has the Neo Soul keys. He was the man. He was the first person I bought click tracks from. Um, God rest my brother's soul. My brother bought a whole lot of his instructional videos when we were trying to learn how to play keyboard and stuff. So God bless Jamal Hartwell too and his family. So moving right along. And then this is another guy that's just been awesome. I mean, very resourceful. Jamal Hartwell, C Dub, John Mike, all the people, Aaron Hill, all of those guys. If you reach out to them, they respond. They give you help. You know, they actually C Dub one time sent me free tracks. Um, you know, as far as just because I bought purchase from him. I mean, just great guy and help you with whatever you need. Jamal Hartwell, actually, just any information resources they provide. This is my man Kevin Conley. If you want to learn how to play the keyboard and serious about it, these 3 series he has on video tutorials, he has organ, piano, everything. If you buy these 3 and really take time each day to learn through these, you will be playing the keyboard somewhere fast. And the church probably will hire you. Or you even get jazz gigs. Right now he's running a sale for 50% off everything. I need to get that, Kevin, as soon as possible. He also has freebies. Check this out. Transform Your Music Ministry. I got that when it first came out. Actually has the 12 chords. He has loops on here for Ableton or whatever you want. You can put it in iTunes too, because it all downloads to iTunes if you have an Apple computer. I use this Name on High. Just used it last week. I'm gonna tell y'all, I used this at a wedding. When the groom walked in, the audience went off. I wish I could have recorded it so that Kevin could have seen it. Audience loved it. Thank you, man. God bless you. Kevin also has software. Look at this. You want some sounds, you can get it. Okay. All right, and then just real quick, my man Roy Cotton. He's launching a great thing, just like what John is doing. But Roy is actually going to be focusing on hymnals. He's going to be putting hymns out here, y'all. That's going to be awesome because my church still does hymns. I like hymns. Hymns are so awesome. So he's going to do those. I actually have all these songs right here. He had it in a bundle at a conference that I was at. I used them. It's all been great. Roy Cotton, God bless you. Songflow, it's coming out. I think they're going to be doing something big, launching it at the Mega Fest conference coming up. Okay, all right. Then just a couple other guys I just want to send a shout out to. My man Daryl Wise. He has awesome products too. He has the MKS Sensation, MKS Sounds available for the Chord Chronos. I think you can do it for your iPad. A couple of things like that. And also he has a version of the MKS that's wonderful. A lot of people, I heard some people say that rave about it. That's great. That's my man Daryl Wise. I think it's VST Sound SG. I think it's VSTG Sound Guy. I'm not gonna tell you all that, but he's a great he's a great guy. He sent me some sounds and stuff, and I'm gonna demo that once I get the Chronos and everything set up down at the church. I will be doing a personal demo of that for you all. So that's some things, and you could take all this information, take it one by one, stride. Text me, hit me up. I could be glad to help you out. Come to your church, help you out with the setting up everything. All you need at your church is a mixable, good sound man to get everything straight, and a nice little setup for your keyboard that can route everything from your keyboard to your drummer or your bass player or just to the sound system. It's very basic. I will try to do some tutorials on that as well, or some things on there, but I have to get cameras and things like that and get some assistance from my wife to do that stuff. So we're gonna try to get that stuff done soon. But it's awesome to know that gospel music is going further. Gospel music, jazz, I mean, whatever type of music you're doing, it's just going to another level. So it doesn't matter your demographic, where you are. You set a goal and you just do the best you can and let God do the rest. And I guarantee you, He will bless you and He will honor you in whatever you do for Him. And if you do it with excellence and the best that you can and unto God. Service unto God is what's key. Okay, so let me take you to what everybody's probably been waiting for, want to hear, want to see. I'm gonna pull up Kontakt. Okay, so I have a Kontakt session right there, but I got another Kontakt session that I want to pull up. This is the one I need to hear. So I thought I had everything already in there, but I don't. Okay, so this is my setup that I use. Okay, so let's pull up. And there goes my Omnisphere. Let me pull it down right here. Let's click on Omnisphere. I got some type of Juno or something going on. I click on multi and see what I got going on here. I got Dark Juno pad and Hollywood Studio string, so I can add even more, but you see how my screen is jumping. I can't do but so much on the computer. But that receptor, the receptor can take all of that. So that's my string. I'm gonna click out of this, take you to, this is the Profi. Okay, let me let you hear something else that I found that I had got from Pretty Simple Music, and I was like, yo, this junk is off the chain. Alright, I go here to sounds and samples. In my sound library, I'm like, oh, the Lord is good. I have, and it better be there tonight. Sometimes you get this stuff and then it ain't there. It just make you so mad. Where is it at? Dark Grand. Where is it at here? See what I said? Let's click on sounds. There it is. Look, y'all. Look. Full Grand. Simple Music. And I know some of y'all probably already got these played, but I'm excited because I had it and I didn't realize I had it. So, sample, where you are? Where are you, sample? Now, let's put that German Grand in there. Let me let y'all hear this. This is the German Grand of the Motif, Kronos. Listen to that. You know, this is all from a computer, you guys. Yes, it's going to take time to get into it and learn it and all this stuff, but once you get into it, you'll be like, man, I promise you, 3 years ago, I thought I would never be messing with this stuff, but I'm like, yo, this is the funnest thing. Let me try to find, I really want to find the Full Grand. I really want you all to see it, to hear it. Where's the sample? Okay, I can't find the sample. That ain't it. Alright, so since that is not coming up, let me try it. Let me add the EP2 to it. Brass. Aftertouch. Okay. Forgive me. I really wanted to show you all that sound. I really did. I really want to show you all that. Because, I mean, when I tell you that y'all sound good, and I don't know where it's at. Horizon. Well, they go butterfly because I put butterfly in there. That's another good one too. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. All right. So let me show you this. Let me show you just a little taste of what we be doing. This is Ableton. It's the last thing. Take out the keyboard sound. I'm sorry, got a little technical difficulties on that. Listen to that, guys.
There is power.
This is all a stem, separate stems.
Break every chain.
I want to.
Break every chain. Break every chain.
I can take it out.
Break every chain. Break every chain.
And you can have all this in your church with everything.
There's an army rising up. There's an army.
So that's a little bit of it. Now, the reason why I was popping and slowing down because I'm running like 2 different programs. I just recently purchased another Mac because I wanted to keep everything so I won't have no problems with it. I carry my one Mac out now and just run all my sounds that I was just showing you. I run those through my Muse Research Receptor. So there's no, dropouts and stuff like that. But if you try to push it real hard and run a main stage and all that stuff, it becomes a problem. So I just want to just be honest about that. So I mean, that's what's going on here. I wish I could show you all that grand sound. I had it and I don't know what happened to it. So I've been talking a long time. Until the next time, I will bring, hopefully I have that sound that I can show you. But I pray God's blessings to you. I pray that your life is blessed and that you take some of these tools. If you have any questions, just let me know. God bless you in Jesus' name.